In the previous video, we looked at developing metacognition and how that might be useful to understand our students' understanding and therefore how they're arriving at particular responses. This video, we're going to look at how we build that out. So I've created a section here, as you can see, and then I've created my first question. So let's just have a look at that. I select it and click on it, and you can see it's a normal choice question. So I would write in the question here, and there are 4 options. I will want to give this a correct answer. So let's say that option 2 is a correct response, and still give it a point value. So give that a point there. But because we have identified that we want to understand why they've arrived at a particular choice, we've got to build some branching activity in here. Before we do that, we need to make sure there's somewhere for the branching to go to. So what I've done is I've created here a long answer, as you can see. I have made sure that it's not required, because if you make it required, it would mean that each one of these would have to be filled out, which wouldn't work. So make sure that is toggled off. Also, we don't need to give any points here because this is just their thinking, their articulation of their thoughts. So I've said here, you answered option 1, and please explain your thinking about how you arrived at this answer. So once I've done that, no points, remember, I just copied that 3 times, just edited it up. So you answered option 2, you answered option 3, you answered option 4. Obviously the instruction is the same. Please explain your thinking about how you arrived at this response or this answer, and then they've got the opportunity there to fill that out. So we're going to go back up to our question, and this is where we're going to do our branching. So again, select it, go down to the 3 spots, click on it, go down to add branching, and you'll hopefully be familiar with the option there we've got with option 1, go to, and this is where we decide, or we can direct the next thing to appear. So go to, so option 1, you answered option 1, and that's that one down there. Okay, so I've already put that in. Similarly, option 2, go to, you answered option 2, which is here. You answered option 3, which is there, and option 4 there. So those are already populated there for us, which is what I did before. And that's exactly how you do it. At the very end, we've got go to end form, because that was my last question. So let's have a look at how this looks with preview. Always a good idea, as you've heard me say many times before. We'll go to preview and have a look at what the student experience is of this type of branching activity. So we pop up to preview, top right. So this is what it would look like then. We've got question 1, 1 point. We've got all the different options there. Let's choose option 1. We'll click on option 1. Let's see what happens down here. So option 1, you answered option 1. Please explain your thinking about how you arrived at this answer. So the students would put their response in here, and when they're ready to, they could hit submit. Alternatively, they could answer option 3, and then they could put their answer in there. So that's how that works. And again, just to re-emphasize, we think it's a really great way for you as teacher, educator, trainer to understand how your students are thinking and how they arrived at particular responses and answers. I think this is absolutely fantastic, really powerful, and I hope that you're able to integrate this into your teaching.